Hello and welcome back to the Mantis garden. I've got a parcel. Should we open it? Before I open this parcel, I just want to say thanks to everybody who gifted my wife tarantulas. You've now made it completely impossible for me to open parcels without thinking at all. Now I have to check to see if it's off, and I'm completely paranoid if I don't see a name of the company, etc., or if I know what is being sent to me. So thanks for that, guys. Now let's have a look what's in it. Now it's from Markthespiderguy, so I'm going to say this is from Reputable. The other night I was sat there and I had a slot with, could fit another one of these boxes in I have for my isopods, and I thought, oh, well, I had some isopods and he had a deal on these, so I thought, well, I'll have these. They're not really expensive isopods, but they had one that I didn't have. So I thought, these are cheap, 70% cheaper than they would have been normally. And also congrats to Reputable for his 20,000 subscribers. Not subscribers, orders. That was it, orders. See, Reputable. He always puts a little sticker in saying thank you. I don't know why, but he does. Anyway, usual newspapers. They're lovely. And an extra box for sending out my orders. Over there. Check these out.
And this is what I got. A 40 mix of Armadillidium, peraccae. Peraccae is a peraccae. Here we go. Very much like scabers, but considerably flatter. It's sort of a mix between a scaber and an iscus. There's no amazing colours on them or anything. But this isn't the reason why I got them. I do like making my own morphs. So when I see bog standard things like this, I like to get them and give them a crack. You never know. Next year you might be seeing Armadillidium, peraccae, magic potion, or some other weird thing that I ever come up with. But yeah, I still think they're cute. Let's take an even closer look. I think the only trouble with phones, which I'm using now instead of my camera, is you're at the mercy of their focus. A slight movement, it might decide to focus on something else. Yeah, these are pretty cute actually. So see, it's gone. See what I'm saying? Gone. Let's come down here and bring it back up again slowly. It's quite a white one, isn't it? But they are really, I really thought they were cute. If you look at the face on that one, look at that face. Look at that. Just as good as Kibaris. I think they are anyway. I like Armadillidium. One of my favourite genus. And these are the Armadillidium peraccae. I have to check that name out, but I think it's peraccae. That white one there gives you a better idea of what they actually look like. It's a nice flat, it's a bit of a spatulatum sort of thing going on there, I think. Spatulatus, isn't it? Not spatulatum, spatulatus, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah. There he goes. I've got 40 of these, so I'm going to now stick them in a new one of my new boxes. Stick a nice little pretty label on, and they'll look like this.
I was going to do what everyone else does, which is show you this and then go like this, and then it's done. But instead, I'm just going to speak the film so you can see what I actually do. These are my new boxes that I like. I like these lids. If you've only got a small culture of something, These boxes are absolutely perfect, tough as old boots, and they have a lock on them. So, let's get started and turn this into my new box for my new Armadillidium species. Okay, so that's everything drilled in the top, and a nice bit of mesh on there to stop fungus nesting in there, any mites or anything like that. I just did a bit of research because I struggled with the name. I didn't recognise the Latin. I'm usually pretty good with Latin, but I didn't recognise this this name. And the reason for that is, according to Ross at Aquarimax, I'm not very good with that name either. This is an Italian herpetologist that named it. So it's actually peraccae. Peraccae. Okay, that was my best Italian accent that I've got. Peraccae. Okay, so it is a hard C and not S. So that's what these guys are. Now I'm going to stick some substrate in here, and I was going to use one of my new packs, but I've got them all packed up. I'm going to be doing an Isopod starter kit sort of thing. That's going to contain substrate, it's going to contain calcium, a bit of food for them, it's going to contain leaves, it's going to contain whitewood, and the substrate. Basically everything you need apart from the box and the isopods, of course. I'll be supplying them in with the kit. So I'm going to throw this in now, probably speed it up. See you in a second. Yes.
Well, that's what I've ended up with. This is actually a chunk of wood with moss on it, but we just have so much moss, we might as well keep it. You know what I mean, Steve? You know what it's like, mate. And yeah, it's quite damp on the moss side of things, but I'm going to keep this nice and dry. This is cut fish bone. Thank you, Sharon. And there's also some chalk there as well, calcium chalk, which I've just broke up, smashed up, and let it just sprinkle into the substrate. I'm not feeding them crack or anything. And what I'm going to do is give them some of my favourite food, which is fish food. Now there's 40 of these guys, so they'll probably, hopefully, demolish that quite quickly. Let's get these guys in here. There's nothing else they really need. This, as you notice, is bridging this dry side, which will also home the side with the holes. These are pretty awesome, actually. Look. So that will be the dry side, and this will be the humid side, but it may require more holes. We will have to see. So I'm going to get these in here. We're also missing our leaves, dead leaves. We're going to be putting dead leaves and whitewood in here. Let's flick him in there. I want to go in. Go on, get in. There you go. Now these guys, we just tease them out a little bit. I'm not putting any pressure on them, just irritating them really. So they get out. Go, get in. Yeah. Go on, pal. Should have counted them. Pretty sure Paul's put more than 40 in here, he usually does. My God. Get out of it. These are just being a pain. Go on, chaps. 40 is a pretty good number to start with. Ready, Colony?
Oh dear.
I know. I can't get these buggers out. Look at that. I'm going to have to rip this. There we go. There's quite a few there. Go on, mate. You love the way they just ball up. Yep. Well, these guys don't like it too wet, so I've heard. So, hopefully this won't be a problem because this was outside soaking. I don't think we've got any more in there. Oh, yep. Oh, there's one. Nope. Put it on the lid anyway. 3 leaves. Chuck them in. Beech leaves, I believe. There's quite a few in here. So I'm just going to tip them in. He says. Being unsuccessful. I hate these things. Well, chuck that. Again, there's still more of them. That one's an interesting one because that one's quite white. We might be separating these. I do believe there's a pied version of this. I've never seen them in the UK. So, watch this space. There's another one. When you get isopods and they come with these, always open them up. Because you never know if a sneaky one or a sneaky mankai has decided to mooch around. I'm going to say no, so we'll risk that for a biscuit. Chuck this crap in here, and all that can go. And this is my setup for these guys. Let's leave some white wood, which I'm going to be putting in shortly, and springtails, which I'm going to steal, I think. In fact, yes, we're going to steal those now. I'm going to move that there. There you go, camera lady. You can have that. What should we steal them from? Should we steal them from my Dubia roach bin, which has probably got orange ladies in it, knowing my look. Yep, loads of them. Look at them. Get up, get up. Don't want them mixing in. Yeah. Chuck some springies in there. There's some more. Oh, you can see them, can you? Where's she going?
Yeah.
Loads of springtails. I'm just gonna. And now there isn't. Magic. So, got a good fair few springtails in there. A couple of things, of course. I've just stolen them out of my roach bin. Not one of them. And now she's showing you, and I'm going to move this over here. And they've all vanished. There's 40 in there. It doesn't look like we've got any. Okay. All that's left now is my good wife to make a nice little label to put on the front here. Well, here. And we put it up there on the shelf.
Action.
I've already acted. And that was a super deal I got this week from Dubia Paul, which was 40 Armadillidium peraccae for a tenner. Can't fault that. Go on his site, check him out. I'll put the link in the description, of course, and buy yourself some. Or you can wait and buy them off me. I'm easy. See you later.